Like, what makes them live so long? Because they just live on
They
for
do.
hundreds
They
of
do.
years.
Okay. Well, it really has to do with the way they're built. They have this taproot, friends, that goes down 25 feet. Wow. If you can imagine, that type of stability will give a look. This is a 500-year-old tree, by the way, right there. Yes,
500 years old, everybody.
And then they also, will grow tall and wide. But because of that taproot and all of the things that are related to a strong foundation and a good marriage, with the endurance, the strength, the ability to weather the bad weather. That is an oak tree, and that's also a foundation of a good marriage.
It's a great analogy.
Yes.
It is why they live such a long time, too,
Absolutely.
and why our marriages can as well. So
that's right.
Let's go through some of the different rituals. I know you're going to show us the different rituals that people can incorporate into their wedding ceremony,
which is really fun. I mean, did you guys know that you could actually do these little activities during your wedding to kind of memorialize and kind of solidify things like the oak tree?
This is very sweet. Okay, let's go to the first one here.
Okay, so this one is for those who don't want to get dirty and plant a tree during their wedding. Okay. So what you do, take a look at this here, guys. I've got a collection of acorns from the tree. And now Cameron and I, go ahead and hold this in one hand, and I'm going to hold your hand.
So we're both holding it.
We're both holding it, and then we're both
we're both pour.
We're both pour, and then we're going to say something like, "May the roots of our lives together grow as deep as the oak tree," something like that. Isn't that cute?
Feel so special,
right?
With you.
Honey, don't get jealous,
so
right? That's right.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Our spouses are just fine with this.
This is so cute.
We're showing how beautiful this is, and that really is so special.
Yes, it is.
So now in this case, this is what I have seen before.
Yeah. This is like a little more involved, a little more dirt involved. And so, Cam, what you would do, you would put the acorn in a container, which is where it's going to grow. And then all you do is each person puts a scoop of soil on top.
Just like that. So I'm going to put a scoop of soil,
then you do. Don't get too dirty. That's right.
And then at the same time, we could be reciting something special, right? Whilst we're doing that.
Throw a little water on.
Throw some water on that, some symbolic water.
Exactly. Isn't that sweet? Okay.
You know what? I need to renew my vows with Vanessa and incorporate something like this.
You should.
We may be a special milestone that we have coming up in a few years. We'll see.
That would be beautiful.
So this last one, actually, we're literally planting an acorn.
Yeah.
Now, do these acorns need to be prepped in any special way before they get planted?
Well, yes, they do.
Okay.
But before I show you how to prep it, I want to show you what you're going to get.
Okay.
Okay?
Please.
So I brought some saplings with me. This one here is 6 months old, and you can see it's got a little bit. So you're actually going to grow a tree, friends. This one's 4 months old. It's a little bit smaller. But what you're going to look forward to is something like this. In 3 years, friends, it's going to grow about as tall as this tree. And then at that point, at 3 years, you got to get it in the ground. It's not going to be happy in a container.
So this guy's about 3 years old, and at that point, you got to find its forever location.
That's right. So
are
you ready to plant?
Sink in that taproot, like you call it.
That's right.
Okay, so now let's go back to the planting process. People incorporate this into their weddings too, and so how do you prep the acorn?
Very simple, guys. In the fall, when the tree is full of its acorns, you want to grab it from the tree, pull it lightly. If it comes off, with a little bit of pressure, it's ready. Put it in a baggie, put it in your refrigerator until 2 months before your wedding. And then 2 months before your wedding, you're going to take it out of here. You're going to fill this bag with some peat moss. And you can find that at the garden center. And then you moisten it. Then you put your acorns in here, and you put it back in the fridge. The purpose of that is you want to germinate it. You want it to start sprouting. Let me show you. Fast forward.
How do you know when it's ready to be planted?
You'll know. Look at this, guys. You will have the taproot starting to grow.
That's the taproot.
This is when you want to plant it. Okay, so let's move on.
Okay.
What you want to do, get yourself a container that's like a 1 or 2 gallon, like this size, kind of a longer one.
Because that taproot's going to start working down.
Exactly right. You're going to fill this with 3/4 of the peat moss.
Okay.
A little bit of perlite. And guys, I have the bags here so you can see what it looks like at the garden center.
Important to use this kind of a ratio of soil?
Absolutely. Okay. But here's the fun part. Go back to where you found your tree and your acorn. Grab a scoopful of the actual soil from that tree, and you put it in your blend, and then you're ready to plant.
Is that right?
Yeah, and the reason for that, there's a lot of chemicals, not just romantic. There's tannins and chemicals that are part of that soil life that is going to be imparted to the new life.
Okay, good.
Okay, so here we go, guys. We've got our taproot, and then we're going to put it not straight down, but we're going to do it at a 45-degree angle like this, with the root kind of facing down.
And normally you'd plant it more towards the middle. We're doing it on the edge here so we
they
can see it for the cameras.
Exactly.
Everybody. But you want to do this more in the middle of the pot.
Exactly, about an inch below. But let's add some soil from here.
Okay, from this guy?
Yep.
Okay, very good.
So then you would do that, and then the bride would help. That's good.
Okay.
Okay. And
this is part of the ceremony. I would have been much more kind of like, smooth with it.
I know.
If I knew that
We're
was
having
like all
such
part
a
of the...
Yeah, we're having fun.
I was like
It's
throwing it in
no,
there.
you're still getting married. You're still getting married.
Right,
Don't get your tuxedo dirty.
Keep forgetting.
Let's get some water in here.
Okay.
How do you guys like this? Is this fun? Isn't it different? That's enough.
Oh, that's enough.
You got to get it over my gown.
How often should we be watering this?
So after the ceremony, Cam, you want to put this somewhere where it's like underneath a patio.
Yeah.
And then make sure that the soil never dries out. Keep it moist. And like I showed you earlier, it's going to start growing in a few months. Look at this.
Pretty wild.
But make sure by the time year 3 comes around, get it in the ground.
Yeah, 3 years and then into the ground. It's fine for. I feel like we've been bonded even more special in a special way. We were family before, but now we really are family, right, Shirley?
Right, that's right.
This is really great, everybody. Legacy Oaks, truly, truly inspiring trees, and you can get more information at hallmarkchannel.com and by visiting Shirley's website as well, and create a legacy with your special loved one by